Good morning, Misfits. How we doing? P year out, Miss Mocha Power, W Wilson, Funmon, Bellin Dallin Bumba. All right, it is 2 Thursday on the Daily Breakdown. Welcome, LFA family. I am your host, Zach Bonfilio, aka the Misfit Patriot, and we have a great show coming up for you. First, I'm not sure how I sound, but I've been messing around with the settings on this like soundboard, and I went so I went and I used AI, and I was like, so there's like noise suppressor sounds. Because look, guys, I would probably think that maybe it's kind of annoying to some people if you hear me like breathing or vaping or anything like that. So I wanted to mess with the noise suppressor, but I'm not sure if it's gonna work. But I used AI. I went hold on, let me actually pull it up. So I am so bad with this. I'm learning every day a little bit better. Um, so there's this thing called low cut filter. I don't know what that means. Noise gate, threshold, attack, and release. And I go to AI. I go, what are the good settings for all of this? So I put it all on the settings that AI told me. Hit my vape. Hold on. Hit my vape and test it. Can you hear this? No, but you see, I think I heard a little at the end, but I think it's good. I'll mess around with it. But anyway, uh, so speaking of AI, wheeze a bit. Drinking sounds are the worst. Yeah, I know, right? The drinking sounds too. I don't know if you could hear that. If you couldn't hear that, that's great, because that would drive me crazy. Like if I like, because I drink a lot of coffee, it's much better. All right, good. Good. Looks like AI is useful sometimes. However, sometimes AI can be well, it can do some naughty things. All right. We'll get to that in a minute. Um that's a little foreshadowing. We have a problem. We have a problem with Grok. All right, we got a big problem with Grok. All right, sounds good. All right, cool. My voice sounds good. I think I can hear myself in my head, but until I rewatch the show, I can't exactly hear the volume and whatever. So sometimes I rewatch the show and I'm like, oh, tweak that for tomorrow. And every day we get a little bit better. It's a new soundboard. Once I get all the settings, it'll pretty much just be set it right there and know everything. But we'll tweak and we'll tweak and tweak and tweak. Anyway, 2A Thursday, 50 Shades of 2A. You get it? I was I was wondering if Eli was gonna like hate this one because I basically sent him a message and I go, okay, imagine a sex dungeon. But hear me out. Hear me out. Inst- Instead of like adult toys, it's going to be guns, and we're going to have the map of the U.S. in guns, and we can pick our pleasure. So the this is going to be about the um, national right to carry law that Trump is promoting. Other people in Congress are promoting. Some people are really salty about because they want all the credit for it. We'll get to that. But anyway, back to AI, right? Now, while AI was very useful in helping me, um, you know, uh, fix my slurp and vape issue, there's another problem here, okay? Alex Brusewitz, this guy's a problem, man. I've noticed he's been all over he's just been attacking and smearing everybody who has a problem with the MOU. He's attacking Trump supporters. And hey, here's the deal. When I see a bully, I bully the bully. I don't become a bully, but I definitely bully the bully. And so I called him out, and he came at me and used the classic and recycled Misfit was arrested for child porn by using a grok hallucination allegation. So, Here's his apology. Here's his apology. I would like to apologize for Misfit Patriot for asking Grok about his arrest records. I hope Grok updates the records to clarify that the child porn arrest never happened. That is fake news, and they should update their system for the sake of transparency. Misfit was arrested for assaulting an elderly person, however, but was later found not guilty. In case, look, I'm an open book. I'm fully transparent. All of this stuff is online. It was online when it happened. If you aren't aware, I was attacked by three very large black men, and I defended myself. And it was in Massachusetts when I was visiting my mom when she was sick. And I let's say I won. And when the cops showed up, they were like, "Nah, there's no way." So I was arrested. I was later found not guilty for defending myself. The guy who attacked me, by the way, he was, wow, his rap sheet was thick. He was definitely not a nice guy. So I don't feel bad about that. I don't give a crap if he's old or not. No, I don't care. You can be old and still suck. But the child pornography accusations. You know what I'm gonna do actually? You know, I just decided. I think I'm gonna do this. This is, in fact, yes, I am. I am gonna do this. I am going to pull up the demand letter that we sent to X. Let's just clear this. Let's just clear this up right now. Okay. All right. Let's go. Oh no! What did I do? All right, I sent it to the wrong one. Here it comes. Let's clear this up right now because just in case anybody went to X and didn't do any, due diligence. All right. Whoa, what did I just do? My whole screen just went black. Okay. We're good. We're good. All right. Let's add this box here. Let's settle this right now. Preview. Is this it? Yes, here it is. Okay. So on your screen, you will see a demand letter that my lawyers sent to X months ago. Okay. Let's just grab this. And I don't even want to, bring this up, but, when I'm being smeared and slandered online, if I don't say anything, like, some people will say, "Oh, Streisand effect." I disagree with that. I think that's a stupid way of dealing with problems, is just like ignore them. No, I'll put my side out there. Grok apparently hallucinated about me. I don't know why. People probably just typed in a bunch of stuff. But Grok actually said that there was like arrest records and cases. And like, if you go back and look, the dates that apparently I was arrested for, quote, child pornography, I was online. I wasn't in jail. I was live. I was doing other stuff. And it's just clearly easily debunked. So it's fake. There's no, you can go look it up yourself. I have no problem with anybody trying to verify this. Easily verifiable. But we sent this letter out because here's what people have been doing with this Grok hallucination. What they do is they just ask Grok. They know what they're doing. It's happened several times over the past several months. Whenever this started, I think it was last year. They'll just go, "Has Misfit Patriot ever been arrested?" They know what Grok is gonna say because other people have done it. They know that Grok is gonna write, "Yeah, he was arrested for child porn," and I'm like, dude. And I've reached out to X. I've tagged Elon in several posts, and I've said, "Hey, dude, this is defamatory." But they just blame Grok hallucination. They blame AI hallucination. That's a crazy cop out because what if somebody believes this? What if somebody believes this and wants to like harm me? Like that's not good. You can't just say, "Oh, our AI hallucinates sometimes." But anyway, I'm going to post this. I'm actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to clip this. You know what? That's a good idea. I'm going to clip this. We are going to, we're going to tag Elon. We're going to read this live. I'm sure they have it, but I don't think they're taking this seriously enough. So let's make a video. Let's read the demand letter. I obviously cropped out my lawyer's information because I don't want you guys harassing them. Not you guys, but you know who I'm talking about. Dear XAI Legal Counsel, we are the legal counsel for Zachary Bonfilio, also known as the Misfit Patriot. This letter serves as a formal demand that XAI immediately desist from generating, publishing, and republishing false and defamatory statements concerning Mr. Bonfilio. Beginning on or about November 22nd, Grok artificial intelligence system and controlled by XAI generated false statements asserting as fact that Mr. Bonfilio was arrested for child pornography. Screenshots of these outputs were widely disseminated across social media, repeatedly posted in response to Mr. Bonfilio's own content. The statements are categorically false. Mr. Bonfilio has never been arrested for, charged with, investigated for any related offense. False allegations of criminal sexual offense constitutes defamatory per se under applicable Texas law. Accordingly, you are hereby placed on formal notice and directed to take the following actions immediately. Number 1, cease and desist. They haven't done that. Number 2, implement permanent and effective safeguards sufficient to prevent the generation of any further defamatory outputs relating to Mr. Bonfilio, whether in response to direct prompts, indirect prompts, or contextual queries. They haven't done that. Issue a written correction and retraction in the form of reasonably calculated to reach the same audience as the original defamatory outputs. They haven't done that. Remove, disable, or otherwise remediate the system functionality, model behavior, this is the most important one, or reinforcement mechanism that continues to generate, validate, or lend credibility. They haven't done that. Additionally, preserve all your documents, etc., etc. Failure to comply will leave our client with no alternative but to pursue all available legal and equitable remedies without further notice. And that's what I'm going to do because, look, this has been going on since November. They're just going to keep using it no matter what. Every time somebody gets into an argument with me, they're just going to go, has Misfit Patriot ever been arrested? And that's crazy because there is no solution. So the only solution is apparently we're going to have to pursue legal action. So today I'll be on the phone with lawyers. And yes, Elon, X, AI, I don't know. I don't know who I'm talking to here. This is me putting you on formal notice. You've already been put on formal notice, but reiterating the formal notice that we put you on. If your AI is calling me and accusing me of one of the worst crimes imaginable, and one of these psychos on the internet shows up because they believe it, then you're going to be responsible for what happens. Fix this. It's insane. It's insane that I'm still going through this. Crazy. All right. Well, I just want to get that out of the way, but we are done talking about that. I don't want to make the whole show all about me. Let's make the show about what it's about to a Thursday. What is this? This is a chat. Why is my chat not popping up? Or sorry, why is my border not popping up? Presentation. Great, we have technical difficulties already. Should be Brave browser. I don't know what's going on here. We're having technical difficulties. Hang on, guys. All right, let's do this. Let's properties. Brave browser. Oh, Brave browser window. No? What is happening here? Oh, I don't know why the chat's here. There we go. Never mind. All right. Now, so this guy, Alex, the one that's been running around, causing all sorts of issues. Let's see. Let me show you some of the stuff he's been doing. He's been accusing everybody of being paid for posts, right? The $7,000. Going after Josh Hammer. Everybody he goes after is pro-Israel, but mostly Jewish, right? He's being called out because he doesn't attack Tucker Carlson. He is going after James Fishback, which means he's kind of okay. But yeah, he's going after Eyal a lot. He's going after Ann Wexler. I don't know what this guy's deal is, but he's definitely creating a lot of issues in in sort of like the space of my friends, right? So when I see people attacking my friends, I see it's a problem. So I go to his page, I look at his profile, and it says Trump advisor. Now this is a problem, right? Because he's acting like well, he's 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 kind of acting like Laura Loomer, but even less tolerable. I know some people like Laura Loomer. I don't mind her. She's okay, but she's also a little crazy. She also goes a little too far. She goes a little too heavy. And what people need to realize is when I'm talking, right? I'm talking under my name, right? It's me. I'm not using anybody else's name. I don't really think that anything that I say is a poor reflection on Donald Trump just because I vote for him. However, if I had Trump advisor in my bio, I'd be a lot more careful with what I say because my words would have consequences. My words would be reflective of Donald Trump. Right? So we got this guy. He's you know, I know that he accused me. I know that when he did the whole Grok thing, he knew what he was doing. That's just one of many issues, but whoever is like I don't think that there's like this like crazy like side. I think that some people just use Donald Trump's name. But whoever may or may not know him in the administration, because here he is in the Oval Office talking to Trump. So I don't know if Susie Wiles or Dan Scavino, somebody, right? Put a leash on this kid because he's embarrassing you. This is all people see when they see this crazy psycho just attacking a bunch of Trump supporters because they disagree with the foreign policy, right? And the MOU. They're just looking at Trump advisor. They're thinking that this guy is speaking for Trump. Ironically, right? He's the CEO of X Strategies, right? And it's so funny. It's so funny because if you look on his website, right? He's here. Where is it? Where's his services? Organic growth and audience engagement. Basically, he literally runs people's social medias and he does consulting work. So he literally gets paid to post for other people. He's a messaging a specialist, right? So when he accuses everybody else of being paid to post, I think that comes from a place of projection. I think this guy's really sort of like, he's definitely not all there. I got some messages with him. Let's see here. That's not nice. You said you were happy with my apology. Yeah, this is him sending me, look, this is what I said. I said, delete the post, issue an apology. And then, you know, this is what I'm talking about. Have you ever been arrested for assault before?
Look, dickhead, I don't give a fuck if you've ever heard of me.
Sorry, there's bad language in there. I'll save that. But yeah, I basically I think that this guy's a little off. He's got some issues, some weird things going on up in the cabeza. So if you see him posting anything, honestly, just look at it like a crazy person. Don't associate him with Trump because that's definitely not Trump. Now, moving on. News. The news du jour. The news of the day. The daily breakdown. What I do is I go on the internet, I type in the word news every day, and we break it down. Hence, the daily breakdown. All right, so live updates from CNN. At least 164 people dead after twin quakes in Venezuela, acting president says. More than 900 people have been injured, but the complete death toll is feared to be much higher. given the number of collapsed and damaged buildings. This is terrible. I mean, they're just starting to they were just starting to build back too. Zach, you watched 50 Shades? No, I didn't watch that shit. I didn't watch. Hold on. Zach, did you watch 50 Shades? No. No, I did not watch 50 Shades of Grey, but everybody knows what it is. I have a gun. It's a Chiappa Rhino, and it's a nebula finish, right? So essentially, it's a bunch of different colors. So it looks kind of like rainbowy, right? It's got this finish where it's like purple and yellow and blue, and it's this cool finish. And it's the only gun I've ever actually named. I don't like name my guns. I'm not like, this is Susan. But I call that gun 50 Shades of Gay, right? It's a 357 Magnum Chiappa Rhino. You know what? Let's pull it up. In fact, this is great. I don't care. We'll ADD today. We'll ADD. Here. Chiappa Rhino Nebula. Because it's 2A Thursday. We're going to have some fun. Nebula. There we go. I have this one. Mine has some sick coloring too. Mine looks a lot like this one. So I have this one in the 6-inch. That's what she said. This is a 3-inch. So bad. Why are we doing this? So I have this gun. It's got this blue walnut finish handle and this finish. And it's the only gun I've ever named. I call it 50 Shades of Gay. Yeah, anyway. Oh boy. Do we want to know what it shoots? It shoots 357 Magnum. It's actually a badass gun. So you know what? Actually, so if you notice, this is the only gun, in fact. Only revolver where the bore axis is on the bottom, right? So basically, every revolver, if you're watching on screen, you'll see where my cursor is. Usually, the barrel lines up with the top chamber of the reel, right? So you see, like the top is usually where the barrel lines up. This gun, they put the barrel on the bottom. So the bore axis, and by bore axis I mean like the when the gun shoots, what happens with guns is there's this thing called flipping, right? Because the barrel's on top, if you're looking on screen, you'll see my finger. When the gun shoots, the gun goes up, right? You've seen those old Dirty Harry movies. It goes up. And what they did, this is Italian designer. He designed this gun so that when the gun shoots, because the bore axis is lower, because the barrel is lower, it lines up with more of your palm than the top of your hand, and it reduces that recoil flipping. So when you shoot a 357 on this gun, it feels like a 9mm. It feels like it's not really shooting what you're actually shooting. It's a very cool gun, in fact. Oh yeah, that's the 6-inch. That's the one I got. I got the big boy. That's the one I got. Mine's got way more color in it though. But yeah, that's one of my favorite guns. All right. Enough ADD, squirrel. Enough ADD. Straight back. Cool. A deadly unicorn can shoot rainbows. Okay, I'm different. I think it's pretty. Keep you from shooting over your target. Yep. It also it's really good for follow-up. So like when you're doing like 6 quick shots in a row, because the bore axis is lower and it doesn't have that recoil issue, it keeps the gun on target. It's pretty cool. Same thing that with the Kriss Vector here behind me. They did the exact same thing. This one. So this gun right here, they did the exact same thing. You can see the bore axis is actually lower. And with the Kriss Vector, you know what? Now I'm just having fun. Now we're just having fun. I don't care. This is my show. I'll take this any direction I want. You guys got to look at this. The Kriss Vector. I have the coolest guns, by the way. I really do. I have the coolest guns. I have all of the coolest guns. There's nobody has cooler guns than me. So the Chris Vector, the one that's on the wall over there, I wonder if we can see the internals. The bolt carrier group on a Chris Vector, it goes down, right? It's wild. It's kind of hard to explain. Let me see. Internal. Okay, where is it? Come on, there's got to be an image here. Essentially, when you here we go. Perfect. Okay, so look at how they designed this. Look at how they designed this gun. All right, so the Chris Vector. If you look at my cursor here, right? So you see, they lowered the bore axis, so it's on the bottom, but on top of that, the bolt carrier group goes down. So watch my cursor, right? Whenever you fire a rifle or a carbine or anything like that, the energy is shot right to the back of the gun. It's shot right into your shoulder. So it goes from here at the barrel, and the energy goes back. Now, watch what the Chris Vector does. It goes down. It literally goes down into the bottom of the gun. So when the gun fires, the bolt carrier group, it goes down like this. So when the gun is about to flip, the bolt carrier group offsets the flip, and your follow-up shots, they're all on target because it's literally offsetting the energy output. It's super cool. Yeah, here's another one. Yeah, so that bolt right there, it goes down like this. It doesn't go back like this. It goes down like this. 2A Thursday. We're doing fun gun stuff. 2A Thursday, learn about guns. Practice with guns, buy guns, get as many guns as possible. If you live in a place where you can't have guns, move to a place where you can have guns. Trust me, we actually might need them. In fact, we're going to take another detour. Democrats, I was going to save this, but you know what? Let's get it out of the way. I posted this last night because the elections that happened in New York City, they are not being taken seriously enough. They really are not, right? There's something is going to happen over the next few years that will define this country. I'm not trying to be, like fear mongering or anything like that. I'm not trying to scare you guys, but you should be. You should be scared. What we're seeing happen in the Democrat Party, it's a signal. It's something that it's too late to fix. There's nothing that they can do about it, right? That party's done. They are now a socialist party. Their leaders are capitulating to their base, and their base are crazy people, violent people. You hear it all the time. You're like, the left is violent. The talking points, it's one thing. We're not taking this seriously enough because, as I say here, Democrats are finding out in real time they can't win elections anymore within their party by just running on how much they hate Trump. Their base doesn't care. Trump's going to be out of office in a couple of years. They've realized that whole strategy of Orange Man bad, it has an expiration date. But they have to run on hate. They have to run on vitriol. They have to run on how they're oppressed. They have to run on their woke policy of victim mentality. So the Democrat Party, I mean, I'm talking about the leadership, the people that run in the government, the people that run for office, the people in leadership positions. They can't run on Orange Man bad anymore. And that's what we saw with these new Democrat socialist candidates. The only way they can win moving forward is if they run on how much they hate Jews. All right? And they will. That's what they will do. That's what it will become. Do not think for 1 second the party who mutilated and chemically castrated children to pander to the radical wing of their party. There's only 1% of the country is transgender. Do not think that they will not pander to the Jew haters, the Islamists, the Marxist, the communist. They will. They're going to do it. This isn't a guess. This is a warning. The Democrat Party did not learn from the 2024 election. They did not come back to the center. They went the other way. So if you think that they're not going to pander to that base, that radical base of Jew-hating fascists, Islamo-Marxists, whatever, the people that just said that Dan Goldman, a Jew who can't drink a coffee in New York because he's a Zionist, right? And make no mistake also, because they will try to gaslight you by saying there's a difference between Zionists and Jews. There isn't, right? Not in their mind. Technically, is there a difference between Zionists and Jews? Yeah, of course, right? But to them, there is no difference, okay? They will do this. They will change their entire party's platform from orange. Because hold on. Let's do it. What's the Democrat Party platform, guys? What is the Democrat Party platform right now? Right now, in the chat, what is the platform for the Democrat Party? And what has the platform been for over a decade? What is the actual platform of the Democrat Party? In the chat, who's gonna get it? Anti-Trump, correct. Orange man bad, correct. Okay, so that's their platform. Their platform is orange man bad, anti-Trump. What are they gonna do when Trump is no longer there? They need to replace him with something else to hate. They've decided what that thing is. Israel, Jews, Zionists, right? It's no longer MAGA Republicans. They're going to do this, guys. This is scary. All is not lost. We can stop them. But if we don't wake up and realize what they're doing and how they're going to do it. They just voted for Graham Plattner. The guy has a Nazi tattoo. He's talked about, he's anti-Zionist. They voted for a guy in New Jersey who was a character witness, I think, for a 9/11, not a 9/11, a World Trade Center terrorist, 1993 World Trade Center terrorist. AOC, Rashida Tlaib, Ilhan Omar, Zohran Mamdani. That's the party now. They will work together. That's one thing they do better than us. It's not a compliment to them. They move in lockstep. They do not dissent. When they realize that their voters, their base, right, wants anti-Israel, anti-Zionist, Jew-hating, Nazi tattoo candidates, every single one of them will run on it. Or they'll at least ignore it. This is why I spend so much time talking about the woke right. This is why I spend so much time trying to clean up our party. Because they don't. We can see what happens when you don't do that. If you think that the Democrat Party is going to become moderate again, they're not. Also, I have a feeling we're going to see more of this, okay? After 47 years as a Democrat, I cast my last vote as a registered Democrat in New York City. The New York City Democrat Socialists of America is sweeping New York congressional primaries. They have taken over what was left of the Democrat. No, not the New York City Democrat Party, the Democrat Party. Okay? The DSA has taken over the Democrat Party. This is the problem with people. They don't understand. They just leave themselves a little wiggle room, a little bit, where they go, my party is salvageable. No, it's not. Your party is now that. Okay? It's not something you can save. It needs to burn. It needs to fail. You can create a new party and have the same name later, down the road, but this Democrat Party is done. There is no more. They are anti-American. They hate this country. They hate everything about this country. One of the Democrats just won in New York literally said that she works for an organization with the goal and the sole intention is to destroy Western civilization in America from within America. That's your party now. If you love America, you can't be a Democrat. Sorry. Facts. Congratulations, kids. You won. Now it's time for the 82,000. No, more. Stop thinking this is a New York City problem. This is the party. If you keep thinking this is a New York City problem, you're failing to recognize that Graham Plattner is being elected in Maine in your primary. You're failing to realize that a guy who was a character witness for a literal terrorist, won in New Jersey. You're failing to realize that AOC, Rashida Tlaib, Bernie Sanders, that's your party. Your party is not JFK, Bill Clinton, or even Obama, and he was bad. Your party is done. The principle that one cannot negotiate with terrorists also applies to the DSA and foreign influences. Forget the DSA's new Democrat Party. The battle for America has begun. It's time to take a stand for your country. I agree completely. So, here's my proposal. We will welcome you into MAGA with open arms. If you really mean that, if you really believe that, right? Any Democrat who wants to join the walkaway movement and change sides and come to our side and try to save America, join the MAGA coalition, you are welcome here. Under one condition. If you're going to walk away from it, walk away from all of it. Knock this stuff off of the New York Democrats. No, Democrats. Right? Your party is destroying this country. That's the deal. It's not some people in your party. It's the party. You see, we on the right, we have a problem. We have some people in our party, right? The right has some anti-Semites. The left is anti-Semites. We have some racists. The left is racist. We have some, bad people. Like this. The left has become this. This is a frog in a pot moment. They did this slowly over decades. They didn't do this. This didn't just happen. This has been happening. Who founded the KKK? Who pushed for Jim Crow? Who ended slavery? We did. This has always been happening. There was no party shift. That was a lie you told yourself because you're in denial about the fact that you're on the wrong side. So if you want to come over on the side that is pro-America, pro-freedom, if you want to join our movement, please, we will welcome you. But if you think we're the lesser of two evils, don't bother. If you think you can join this movement and change it into something else, don't bother. You can have disagreements. We're not a cult. We're not this hive mind like the Democrats are, we have disagreements all the time. What we don't do is we don't try to make this something it's not. This MAGA coalition was created by Trump. It's his party. It's his coalition. And he will pass the torch to somebody else. But as of right now, he is the leader of this movement. And when we have a leader, we understand that we follow. We're not blind loyalists, but we voted for him to represent us because we believe in representative government. He's our representative. If you want to join this coalition, you better get on board with that. We can't let this happen. The Democrat Party is no more. The Democrat Socialist Party is now what's taken over, and it will become the Democrat Communist Party, and eventually it'll become the Nazi Party, because that's what the Nazis were. They were socialists. National Socialist German Workers' Party. The writing's on the wall. We can't let this happen. Because it has happened. We've seen it happen. You want to know what's funny? A lot of people think, oh, by the way, this is Alex Bruskowitz. Sorry to detour real quick. I know I was on a roll there. In fact, you know what? We'll get back to that. This has happened. And I want you to pay attention to something, right? Because this is the poem from Pastor Martin Niemöller. Can't say. I'm horrible with foreign names. If you've never heard this poem before, it's very famous, right? First they came for the communists, and I did not speak out because I was not a communist. Then they came for the socialists, and I did not speak out because I was not a socialist. Then they came for the trade unionists, and I did not speak out because I was not a trade unionist. Then they came for the Jews, and I did not speak out because I was not a Jew. Then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak out for me. Guys, how many people realize that Jews were number 4? You think they're coming for the Jews? 4. 4th place. When these people take absolute power, if you think the first people they're taking out are the Jews and the Zionists, you have not learned from history. The first people that get taken out by totalitarian, authoritarian regimes when they achieve absolute power are the people that gave them that power. You are the useful idiots that they take out first. Ask the socialists who installed Khomeini and the IRGC in Iran with the Red-Green Alliance in 1979. Ask them how that worked out. Oh, you can't. They're dead. The first people they take out are the useful idiots who put them there. You know why? Because you're unarmed. You don't see it coming. You're the easy target. Don't shoot, I'm on your side, will be your famous last words. Communists, socialists, trade unionists, then, and only then, after they have cleared the board of all of the people who will be more upset because they just realized they were lied to, once you're gone, then they'll go for the Jews. Because the Jews already knew what they were. The Jews already knew they wanted to kill them. They're prepared. We are not taking this seriously enough. If you don't see what's going on here, right, they will continue down this path. There is no saving them. How do you fix? Oh, by the way, I don't like to give problems without providing solutions. How do you save New York? Right? Leave. Now. Right now. If you're a Jew, get the out of there right now. And do not give me your bullshit that it's your home. No, it isn't. America is your home. We have 50 different states to choose from. If you stay in New York right now, you are funding your own execution. All right? If you stay in New York City with people who hate you and pay your taxes to them so they can distribute it to other people and achieve more power and status so that they can eventually, probably, if they had their way, put you in a camp, you're an idiot. Get out. Vote with your feet. That's the only way to fix this. And all the other people, not just the Jews, all the people that don't hate Jews, get out. They can't achieve power if they don't have your money. Take your business, take your taxes, take your commerce, and get the out of there. Now. Let them have it. It's not your home anymore. Don't tell me that you don't want to let them win by leaving. They win if you stay. It's crazy, man. Barely touched on the news, but earthquake. Let's do a couple quick things on this before. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't plan to do that whole long thing, but it's people really. I'm watching these people rearrange furniture on the Titanic. It's like, if you don't wake up right now, all of us, collectively will be defined in the history book. The history book doesn't go back and say some Americans or Misfit was saying the right thing. No, they go, America let this happen. We let this happen. We will be judged collectively. How do you want your grandchildren to remember you? Your great-grandchildren, right? Because we look back on slavery and we can all acknowledge it was a horrible time, right? We messed up. It was a bad thing. It's a stain on this country. We fixed it. Abraham Lincoln created the Republican Party and put an end to it. We need to put an end to this now. Not later, not when it's too late. Now. Senate Republicans reject war powers resolution. This is a crazy story. I mean, Rand Paul is a piece of garbage, right? I mean, he votes on that. Like, we need to also we really need to turn it up on cleaning house. I'm so sick of these useless people in Congress. You know, I was talking to Alex Rosen last night, and he's like, I think the Republican Party is done, but Democrats are definitely worse. I go, look, you have an opportunity every 2 to 4 years to change leadership in this country, and you think that it's somebody else's fault that didn't happen. This is our country. We have representative government. We can change this. You don't get involved. That's the problem. The problem is you want somebody else to fix it. You just want to bitch about it. You 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 want to complain. You want to complain. You don't want to do what Charlie Kirk did. You don't want to build a coalition. You don't want to try to get the right people in office. You don't want to do any of that. You want somebody else to fix that problem. They won't. Get off your ass if you want to fix this country. Do something. We're building the midterm cheat sheet. We're building Sway. Sway is going to be, I think, hopefully, I think Sway might be one of the greatest tools that we have, right? If you guys didn't see the show the other day, if you go to sway.co, look at this. We're at 30 people. We're at 30 people in this Misfits coalition, right? These people are all around the country. What do we got? We got how many states here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We got 14 states covered. Go to my Beacons link. It's right here. Join Sway. I will be able to reach out to you in your district, right? So if you go here, you look at this, right? Arizona primary, Andy Biggs, Trump endorsed, right? Maybe not perfect, maybe just the best we got. 2 voters. I can message 2 people about this because I now have a group and I can say, this is your election. Here's what I want you to do. Post this on Facebook. Post this on X. Get off your ass. Just complaining about things. Complain. Nothing gets done. Sway.co/misfits. Join this. I will help. I'm doing something. Yes, I am bitching, but I'm also acting. I'm also doing. I was on Tuesday and my phone was blocked. I did it on my laptop. Good. Guys, go to at the top of the screen, there's all the affiliates. There's midterm cheat sheet. At the bottom of the screen, I'm going to add Sway up there. At the bottom of this, there's beacons.ai/misfit patriot. You can get to my Sway from there, and you can get to midterm cheat sheet up there. I'm putting together both of these things so that we can win elections, not just the midterms. The midterms are just the first. We're going to start building a coalition, and we're going to stop bitching, and we're going to start doing, and you guys are my army. We are going to do this. I am done. I have realized the seriousness of what's going on, and I am getting off of my ass. If you want to as well, let's do it. All right. We're going to move on. We're going to get to the story. I'm passionate. It's passionate. Very passionate today. Passionate. All right, 2A Thursday. We are talking about the national constitutional right to carry. Okay, Thomas Massie is such a salty bitch. He's such a salty bitch. He really is. It's crazy that this guy is mad that Trump is working on a national right to carry, right? Instead of just saying, good. No, he wants the credit. Watch this turn out to be the Timu version of my national constitutional carry bill, which already has 70 plus sponsors. Salty bitch. Trump didn't even propose a bill. Here's what Trump said.
The NRA, everybody, they really have been. They've been with me right from the beginning. And Bill asked me, would I support the national right to carry legislation? How do you feel about national right to carry?
Trump said the legislation. I don't know if he's talking about Thomas Massie's bill, but all he said was, I would support the national right to carry legislation. Right? Thomas Massie is upset that he's not getting the credit. He doesn't care about this country. He cares about himself. He's a narcissist. He has never seen a camera he doesn't love. He has never seen a ratio that doesn't get him solid.
That's my free poll. You know what that is? That's a free poll. I don't have to pay $300,000 to somebody that doesn't even do polling, you know? They give you phony numbers. See, those are real numbers.
All right. So Sean goes, did he unblock you? No, he knows. I think Thomas Massie knows you better not friggin' block me from your official account. Thomas Massie blocked me from his unofficial account, which is perfectly fine. But Thomas Massie blocks many people from this account. I told him, I said, I dare you. I dare you to block me. I will have a lawyer up your ass before you even finish lunch. I would love for him to block me from this account because it is unconstitutional. It is a violation of your First Amendment. So while Thomas Massie wants all the credit, right? He's not the only one that's proposed this bill. Mike Lee proposed this bill in March of 2026. Mike Lee of Utah introduced the National Constitutional Carry Act. Wow. See, Mike Lee didn't come out and be like, watch Trump a Timu version of my bill. The founders established the national right to keep and bear arms. Let's see, read the full text of the bill. Here's the bill. It is 5 pages long. Let's see here, short title. Recognizing the pre-existing right to self-defense, Second Amendment, Constitution. cites case law. Supreme Court acknowledged. Yep, Supreme Court. Right to keep and bear arms, pretty straightforward. So yeah, if you want to go read this bill has actual text. I went and looked up Thomas Massey's bill, can't find the text to it. He just proposed it because that's what Thomas Massey does. Massey's been in Congress for 14 years. He has not passed a single bill because he just takes credit for everybody else's work and then says that he's the most conservative member of Congress. And then he votes against Donald Trump more than anybody in Congress. He's a punk. But as far as national constitutional carry goes, right? Here's the thing. Like, you have the right to bear arms by constitutionally, by God, right? State laws will try to take that right from you. If you want, you can just carry. You'll fight. If you fight it in court, you'll win, right? It'll cost you a lot. That's why they do that. There is no such thing as a gun law, right? Or like I'm not even being hyperbolic. There really isn't. There are rules that they have used to criminalize activity with a gun, right? So that's how they circumvented your Second Amendment, right? They make the law about an activity with a gun, not the actual gun. Like, so, but carrying is literally a gun law, right? If you say that I can't carry, and I'm not breaking any other law except for carrying a weapon legally, right? Like, I don't have any criminal record. I don't have any rights that have been taken away from me or anything like that. I'm not a danger to society. If you just do that and they catch you and you get arrested, if you fight it in court, you will win 100% of the time. Carl Higbee just did this, right? Recently. You will, because there is no such thing as a gun law. And people need to like understand that. So if they do get past the arbitrary restriction, it's really just taking away that one thing, right? So I hope they do. Texas is constitutional carry, and then let's say Florida's constitutional carry. I can go from Texas to Florida without a gun license. I can get on a plane, put my gun in a box. But if I want to go to Massachusetts, I can't. That doesn't make any sense. I have the right to carry everywhere in this country, right? If I try to get on a plane, they'd be like, you can't go to that place because that's a gun law. I could fight that in court, but it would cost a lot of money and it's not worth it. Anyway, 8:59, damn. Today flew by. Let's do quick shout outs. Denise Woman, Mark's Madness, Kit Kat Mar, Sean Farish is in here. Sausage, Bad Moon, USN Vet. Thank you for your service. One Sandman. All right, there it is. I will see y'all tomorrow for my favorite day of the week, Fan Mail Friday. Enjoy Sean Farish, who's coming up next with Ungoverned. And I will be here actually for 2 shows tomorrow. Can't remember when, but I'll let you know. See you later.